The most important media outlet in the country right now.
Welcome to the Watering Hole. This is episode 90. Got you with that.
I like that. I really like that.
Wasn't ready.
Jazzy.
Yeah. Very
Hello.
good. Hello.
I am pumped though.
We are recording this a little bit later because we've just been listening to a lot of new metal and just you're vibing.
I'm way too excited.
As soon as you started playing Seven Dust, I knew you meant business, and that got me going.
Oh, it was just a real deep dive. I'm going to continue it later on.
There's been talks of a new metal golf tour.
Yeah.
There's going to be
New golf.
New golf.
We've started episode 90.
Yeah. In the
gone
90s.
Down a weird rabbit hole already.
It's
yeah,
fine.
the 90s.
It's fine.
New metal. That was the birth of
episode
new metal.
90.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep.
That's what we're doing.
no, but
That's what we're doing.
I really went for that one as well. Goddamn.
really soul-crushing.
Yeah. I do that to my son all the time.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah.
We've hit the 90s.
Yeah.
We're in the 90s.
Jesus Christ. Who would have thought? We're here. I like it.
Can I just thank the Premier
Yes, go ahead.
for the kind words at the start of the
The
episode?
most important media outlet in the country right
Yeah, I
The
mean,
most.
well,
right now.
His words, not
Right
mine.
Right now.
right now. That's a year ago, but it's
Yeah.
still relevant.
Yeah, it's still very relevant.
Hypotheque mortgage broking.
Yes.
Big swing golf mile end.
Yes.
And should we do it?
Hey, tee off, Whitey.
Oh, crack.
I'll crack.
That was a wet crack.
Ooh, that was crisp.
Thank you, Pirate Life. I love
you
you
very
with all
much.
my heart.
You know what?
I love
We
South
talked
Coast.
about this, right?
Go ahead.
I'm just going to spitball it and just go with it.
Yeah.
My Pirate Life South Coast hot crack.
Yeah.
I'm giving a nod
Okay.
to Phil Mickelson.
Oh,
Oh,
I like that.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
you talked about us doing a little moment.
yeah. Yeah.
All right? And we're just going to go straight into Hong Kong.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's my little moment there.
Can I?
Phil.
Can I?
Phil.
Lefty.
Yeah.
Can I throw out a moment as well?
Yeah.
Well, not a moment, but a prediction.
A prediction.
Yes.
Okay.
McKibben.
Yeah.
Go on.
He's going to win this year.
McKibben. Mm-hmm. McKibben. You got to be McKibben, man.
Yeah.
Yes. 2 from 2. Got it. Second
I
one.
don't really have a moment, but
Oh, don't ruin
Fucking
it.
don't ruin the segment.
just a bit of a shout out to Limp Bizkit, I guess. Just in the current mood that I'm in.
That's the new Watering Hole entrance song for
Yeah,
sure.
I think it is.
Rolling.
Yeah, I think it is.
That's the whole, yeah.
You do realise that everyone's been calling it a walkout song, but no one really walks out to it. It's when you hit your shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like just the Watering Hole song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
But yeah.
Watering Hole song. But everyone's actually been calling it a walkout song. But
even-
you don't really walk out
We've
to the
probably
song.
even called it a walkout.
I know.
Would you go
Including us in
rolling
it.
or My
I think
Generation?
it's rolling.
My Generation
Rolling.
fucking,
You know
as the
what?
kids say, slaps.
Okay, you want to talk about one that hasn't been mentioned?
Yeah.
Creed, Higher?
Yeah.
We did this.
Did we?
No, I
See, the
had a
thing
little
is,
deep dive.
there's some of the songs that are a bit too on the nose, but if you don't pick them, it would fucking go off.
But it might be so on the nose that it's cool.
Oh, yeah. That's what I felt about Rolling.
Yeah.
Rolling would, oh my God.
Oh,
I'd lose my mind.
all right.
Partner. Keep on rolling, baby.
Oh, I'm disgusted between you two right now.
The sandwich is off to a really good start.
So, yes, my hot crack tip of the week, or tip of the cap,
Yeah.
and fitting it is, Phil
A
Mickelson.
flat one.
Yeah.
Phil Mickelson.
Best performance in LIV Golf for him. Third place.
So, let's go into it. Obviously, we've come off the weekend.
Yeah.
Hong Kong. I was saying to Chris when he rocked up tonight, still one of my favourite events.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful course.
And
Oh, it's amazing.
firstly, fantastic timing for us in Adelaide.
Yeah.
It started every day at like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So,
How good was it?
oh, fantastic. Me and I was on dad duties, had my son sat there next to me watching it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it's good. Had my little one there watching too, didn't he? Every time he hits the ball, the whoosh,
Yeah.
just cracks up laughing.
It's pretty funny. I get it.
How good's golf?
It was actually a really good weekend of sport. The Lakers Celtics on the weekend as well that rolled into LIV Golf. And
I don't want to talk about Lakers.
no, I'm just saying, like, it's sport in general. But
Lakers got beaten.
Yeah.
So, Hong Kong. Again, we said it. I was super excited when they released the schedule that this course was back there. I felt like it was a really good event last year in Hong Kong. The numbers, I'd be interested to see what they actually are.
TV numbers or crowd numbers?
Well, probably crowd numbers, because it looked a little low, if I'm being honest, for the first 2 days. But the Sunday, the third day, looked like it
picked up a bit.
It was quite full. Probably more so along the fairways than what it looked last year. But the course is unbelievable.
Oh,
but
it's so good.
Like, I know we haven't really spoken about some of the courses as much this year, but could you imagine trying to play that course at the ability that you are now?
Yeah, it'd be a sad day. I do enjoy myself, but yeah.
Shit show, the word like you're looking for.
But even they had a segment with Faraday, and he was doing, how they have what's it called? Like plants and that are pretty rare, and there's only so many certain types of that tree and the grass. They've got different. It's really nice when you look around how nice it is. Again, we'll get to Singapore because obviously that's coming up. But just to tie in with that, Rick Shields put up some videos and pictures of Sentosa in Singapore, and he said that's one of the prettiest courses. It does. It looks so nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, these, I think, like we've said it before, the Asian markets, I really hope it takes off.
Yeah.
Like LIV. Like I said, I was a little bit bummed. I thought that it would have been bigger the first 2 days. Don't know if it was or if it wasn't. It's just what it looked like
on TV.
And even when they presented the winner, which we'll get to at the end, it looked a little low. But that last Sunday, it looked pretty incredible, and the crowd seemed to be getting into it. Bryson's such a favourite.
Oh yeah, he's seriously the face of golf at the moment. I feel like, I don't know, he's up there.
I mean,
he's
everyone's saying it, and I actually didn't think he was. Like, everyone's saying, oh, he's the most popular golfer in the world.
Yeah,
and I'm like, is he? Like, really?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's either him or Rory, I'd say.
Yeah, I still thought it'd be probably Rory or Scotty or something like that, just purely for the fact that
I just think
their abilities.
Well, he's got more personality.
But I
think he's more likable.
That's the kind of thing I was going to. I was like, well, is he now, because he is allowed to showcase that other side, which I think is what they're saying.
Yeah.
But he is super light, and the Crushers stuff. I mean, we saw it in Adelaide. All the Crushers. I'm wearing the Crushers hat, but all the Crushers stuff sold out so quickly.
Yeah, it's a cool logo.
It's funny too, because like in the past he was. Like, he's probably come full circle. Like, he was probably hammered a little bit for his unique personality.
Yeah. He was really hated. He had that weird putting style. He was just known as a big hitter.
The driving thing,
Yeah. And he said some things that rubbed people the wrong way about golf. So, yeah, he's definitely gone full circle. I feel like, not taking anything away from him, but I feel like he's found that, this new age that we're in, he's the one guy that's like, okay, I'm going to do social media and I'm going to do my YouTube and really steer into it. And I think that's just how he's separated himself. And he's done it. Yeah, he's done it great, and has shown his personality and stuff where other people might have had their thoughts about him, but kind of shown where his thinking is.
Do you think him, like, just spitball, like, do you think him going to LIV and being, like, I guess, disliked beforehand?
Yeah.
And then going to LIV and then sort of building this Crushers brand and then winning the US Open, do you think is more like an underdog kind of situation?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that some people, a lot of people see the LIV guys as the underdog. Do you think people see people as the LIV players as the underdog? Or not?
I reckon people see LIV players as the snobby rich guys.
Oh, you reckon?
People on the PGA side. Yes.
Okay, I was going to say
anything for $1. I reckon that's their. Yeah, it's
interesting. I don't know, because I guess he does seem like when he won the US Open, he was so liked.
Yeah,
like everyone was all about him, and they wanted him to win.
Yeah,
it's just interesting to me of whether people view LIV players as the underdogs or not.
Depends which person you're talking to.
Yeah, it really is
his
one side versus the other.
Yeah, but yeah, he's killing it.
I'm hot in here.
Okay,
I'm sweating. I don't know if it's just
suck down those
I don't know if it's the topics we're talking about or the failed AC, but
woo,
I'm melting like a snow cone in Phoenix here.
Back to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Yes.
So started with some...
The young boys.
Yeah, not so familiar names, I guess.
Yeah, McKibben was at the top.
Massaveo.
Yes, exactly.
He was up there.
Paul Casey.
Casey.
He just seems to play this course well. He did well last year, this year as well.
They said it a lot during the weekend that he absolutely loves Hong Kong, loves the city, loves the course.
It's the shortest course that LIV play, correct? Yeah. So it's that which is interesting. So I think you just really need to be a good iron player,
a good ball striker.
Yeah, I think they said that you have to. Your second shot is really important.
Yeah,
in Hong Kong.
I thought he was going to win. Like after day 2, I thought, was he bogey free first 2 rounds? I thought he's going to get this done. Peter Uihlein was another one.
Had some moments. Had some moments.
I said to Steve before we started tonight that if he didn't have the mistakes in the second round, I think he would have got a lead that might have been tough to chase down.
Yeah, he...
Sweet Pete Uihlein.
Unfortunately, there's players with their problems, aren't they? I suppose, like Cam Smith with his driver and pulling left and all this sort of stuff, and then Uihlein seemed to spray it all over the place.
Yeah.
But his second shot, or he had a good shot that put him back, around the mark, and Don Boulay said it.
I was going to touch on this.
To Paul Casey, and he had Paul Casey and he had Peter Uihlein at the end of the round, and he said to Paul, he's hitting it well, and then turned to Uihlein and said, you don't hit it like Paul, but you're there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. He did really well, I guess scrambling around. And just, making up for it and putting himself in a position.
A couple of chip-ins.
David Ferrety had another all-time call.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Swinging like a toilet door on a prawn trawler.
Nice.
Uihlein was right there. To be fair, I actually thought this might be the one that Uihlein gets done.
Yeah.
But, you had guys at the top again who everyone wants to see there. And Phil Mickelson was one of them, as we said.
Yeah.
It was so good to see him playing well. And when I said at the start of the year, I said, I feel like Phil could finish top 10. This is the sort of stuff that I thought.
Yeah.
Like, he made a good point, and he was saying it to Pat after every round. He said, I can't hit it with like the young guys anymore.
I got to find a new style of golf to win.
I got to find another way to beat these guys.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what that means, but...
Well,
he did say that he needs to cut the mistakes out.
Yeah.
I mean, he finds fairways. I think one of the rounds he was 17 of 18 or whatever. Like, I don't actually know the number. I think that's what it was. But if you're doing that, you can find a way to win.
Yeah.
For example, like David Pooge, using that 3-wood hitting the green on the par 4.
Beautiful. Like, what a shot.
There's strengths and there's weaknesses to people's game. Now, Phil knows, all right, well, if I'm 20, 30 yards back from these guys or 40 yards back, I know I can still get my second shot there.
Yeah.
I'm just taking a little bit more club or whatever it might be. But he's putting himself in great position to win.
I think it was his last or second to last hole. His second shot onto the green was absolutely beautiful. What a dart!
It's just
birdie to last.
And before I get to the winner, Phil's wedge game, as always.
Yep,
it's just so solid. He brought back the old putter.
I was gonna. Yeah. Did you see what Pat Perez said about that? Yeah. That he's gone back to the old putter.
Do not get the other putters out. Only use that one.
A bit more touch, a bit more feel. Because he's so good in that part of his game that he's got to have the club to utilise that.
Yeah.
He says he can be a little bit more creative with that putter and sort of feel it a bit more. And that's the putter Phil uses. Everyone knows that's the putter that he, so it's good to see. I don't know. I like that. It shows that he's determined.
Yeah, and sometimes you need a bit of change to realise how good something is. You know what I mean?
Now,
sorry.
Yeah.
Jump
on
in.
putting again and back to Peter Uihlein, Don Boulay had another interesting call when he said that Peter Uihlein is the best putter in the world at the moment.
Ooh.
Jerry Foltz didn't agree, and he said, no, obviously Cam Smith. But would you say right now that Peter Uihlein probably is one of the best putters
in the world?
Around?
In the LIV roster or in the world?
Let's say LIV roster.
Okay. Let's say there's some pretty good putters out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or are we going to get to our winner?
Well, yeah, the winner of Hong Kong 2025 LIV Sergio Garcia.
I love Sergio Garcia.
Yeah.
He's the man. He is the man.
Playing some incredible golf, and it went over from last year into this year.
Yep.
His last day was definitely his best day, but
His driver is amazing. His woods are amazing.
Yeah.
His second shots and third shots into the green.
just
is
so
phenomenal.
composed.
He hits the ball so well off the tee.
Yeah.
But putting's always been
Yeah.
an issue for Sergio, right?
It was on.
He was
Claw grip and everything.
he was making everything.
Yeah.
And then the one he just didn't look like missing. And that stretch he went on to basically seal the deal,
Yeah.
where he birdied four, 5 holes in a row.
yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So it was pretty special to see. My point was, it was pretty special to see Garcia
Yeah.
and Mickelson at the top of the pylon, and then obviously you've got the other guys,
Herbie.
through LIV. Couple of good performances. Yeah, Lucas Herbert had a really good last day.
Some other guys, Patrick Reed and Marty Keimer, good to see them back near the top of the leaderboard as
Yeah, it
well.
was good to see Reed, again on a course that he's done well on.
Yep.
And Mr. Consistent, John Rahm. The first day looked like he was out of it.
Yep.
There was a couple of big names that had some big scores or just didn't seem they were going to be in it. Just John Rahm, just quietly, always just starts getting birdies.
He's
and
never out of it.
claws his way back, and then he's in the top 10 finish.
Now,
He's always finished in the top 10.
Sergio played that well. He just didn't look like losing.
Yeah,
when it
sure.
got to that point where I was like, okay, he's not.
Yeah.
And when I say that point, I'm not talking a couple of holes to go. You could sense early on when he made that eagle in the last round.
Yep, 100%.
It was like, okay, he's got it.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to catch
His
him.
confidence, he's just,
The second round, though, John Rahm, even though he didn't have a great first round, and it looked like, okay, this is going to be his first one out of the top 10. Potential. Like, let's talk about that quickly as well.
He's top 10 straight.
He's top 10 straight, and he's finished under par every single event.
Yeah.
Every event.
He's so consistent.
It's crazy.
He's consistently good.
That's so special. Like, we've
it is.
it's such an amazing thing. And again, a few comments of people, it's LIV courses, da-da-da. It doesn't mean shit.
No.
It's such an
They're still
impressive
tough
effort,
courses.
and you're going against
And
some really
he's still
tough
competing
competition.
against world-class competition. And this is where you just want to see that sort of form in majors.
Yeah.
You want to see him in top 10, top 20 finishes in all 4 majors.
Which I think, again, I'll get to this point, but we'll come for these guys. Going back to that first round, it looked like he didn't have a good first round.
No.
That second round, though, he was millimetres off
Yeah.
being right there at the end of the weekend with Serge, because the putts were just stopping right on the edge of the cup.
Yeah.
And he had about 5 or 6 of them. It was, some that just darted just past the hole or whatever. Like, he was right there. He was so close.
Well, you're talking about the 50th best golfer in the world, so
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Do you want to give you the top? I'll give you the top 10
please.
from Hong Kong. So Sergio Garcia obviously got the win.
Yes.
Dean Burmester in second. Phil Mickelson third. Lucas Sherbert was fourth.
Sherbert.
Paul Casey fifth. John Rahm sixth. You got to remember McKibben in sixth as well.
Kevin.
Sebastian Munoz, Sweet Pete Uline, Patrick Reed, Marty Keimer in the top 10.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I was just going to go to the point. Obviously, we've got the Masters is creeping up slowly.
Yeah.
Little taxi
Great
ride
song.
reference.
Wow, that was...
That's
For
another
all
deep
you,
dive.
for all you 90s kids out there,
cut
maybe early 2000s.
cut the pod. Let's crank some music.
Masters is creeping up slowly. A few names, obviously. Sergio. He's going to be playing in his 100th major.
Yeah. Which
Hey,
he seems fired up
there's
about
something
it.
about that.
Yes.
Phil, obviously, is he finding some,
The old putter back.
from the fountain of youth, is he starting to find some form? Rahm, the confidence of, again, he was on his first season of LIV last year. It took him a little while. He
warm
still
up.
finished in the top 10. He got a couple of wins towards the end of the year. He ended up winning the whole thing. Do we see him start to feel more comfortable with everything now? I know we're obviously going to get to the Masters, but out of those three names, I'm going to leave. We got Bryson, Brooks, and all those guys as well, obviously. But out of those three, do you think that they're a really strong chance?
Yes.
To win?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. They're a chance for sure. I just want them all to do well, especially Sergio and Phil. If they can get in the top 10, I think that's a huge achievement.
Was it not last year, the year before? Phil was in contention?
Yeah, with when Rahm won. I think.
Yeah.
I could see, actually, out of the three, I think Sergio.
Yeah, I mean,
he's in some form.
You just hope it carries over.
Oh, definitely.
You know, if it lasts until then, he's going to be in some.
Unfortunately, there's still a bit of a stigma with LIV. Like you said, it's casual courses, it's this and that
style course.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you want these guys that are playing well on LIV to do well in the majors, just to kind of show, hey,
I don't see any reason why Sergio's form wouldn't continue. This has been sustained good form for a fair period of time.
Yeah, he's really turned one on.
Yeah. The reason I use those three guys is because, with the accuracy of Phil and Sergio at the moment, in general, and then Rahm being a past winner, obviously Phil being a past winner, Sergio being a past winner, all three of them have got their advantages with this course, clearly.
Yeah.
So would you put those three ahead of the rest of the LIV field to do more damage at Augusta this year?
On current form?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon Rahm is always up there.
Yeah.
Is always up there. Phil and Sergio are in some form, so you really hope they can, it translates to the Masters, but you just don't know whose week it's going to be.
Another point that was brought up, obviously, and I'm glad it was brought up after Sergio had won and they were interviewing him. I think it was Don Boulay that said Ryder Cup.
Yes. Yes.
Is Luke Donald, is he watching?
Yeah.
He said, we've already had conversations. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's got to be there.
He needs to be there.
He has to be there.
The form he's in, he has played in so many Ryder Cups already. He needs to be there.
It's like you always say, your famous line, be undeniable.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's making a strong case to
definitely
to be there.
Look at the European guys on LIV that are making the strong case. Rahm, Hatton, even McKibben.
Gotta be McKibben me.
Gotta be McKibben me. Hey, what an amazing win at Hong Kong for Sergio. Fireballs get it done again.
Yes. I love the double win. I love the captain and the team get the win. That's huge.
I'm buying stock in Fireballs.
They're cooking. They're hot.
Yeah.
Like that. Now, we got to probably we've talked about the good stuff about Hong Kong. We might need to talk about the not so good stuff. A couple of names come to mind. We've got Dustin Johnson. We've got Taylor Gooch. We've got Brooks Koepka, and maybe a little bit of Cam Smith.
From the big dogs, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. DJ. The first day, I think he 5 over? 5 over. He was dead last on the first day. I don't know where he finished.
Dead last, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was. 54.
Fuck. Yeah, he's one of those guys that you're hoping over the break would get into some form, but it's not looking great at the moment.
I mean, he had a good last round. Shot a 6 under in the third round, so it was a bit of a bounce back. But still. I mean, look, to finish 54 and shoot 1 over, it's not horrendous. It was really one round that cost him pretty badly.
Yeah,
I guess that's the only thing with LIV as well, I guess, is you don't see why the guys down the bottom are struggling because you don't see that much of them.
Unless you are watching on the app.
Yeah, so they're probably a bit tricky. Like I suppose that's why they got the track any player anytime. They're like, debunk that. But it is, I guess if you're watching, it's hard to see why they're not doing well. With DJ, is it maybe too tight of a course or something, big hitter? I don't know.
Yeah.
No idea. Maybe it just wasn't his weekend or something. But he hasn't had the best start to this season.
No, and he
Didn't have a good finish to last season.
Yeah, exactly. He got a win last year, but besides that, he wasn't really scaring the scoreboard.
But we've heard it like a million times. Pat said it again. You've got to get off to a fast start.
Yes, there's only so many.
Your first round in LIV is crucial.
Definitely, unless you're John Rahm.
Well, yeah.
The other point, which has just completely escaped my mind.
Okay.
I had a point.
We're going to have a go at me for my tips?
No, sorry.
I can.
It's back to me. My call of Taylor Gooch after that first season.
Yeah, dead on.
Yeah. Because he has not been the same Taylor Gooch from...
No.
Like, not even... like, the Taylor Gooch of that first season...
2023, Taylor Gooch. You put him against anyone.
You
really do.
We were talking about... if you think back to that time, at that time we were talking about how is this guy not going to all the majors?
How is this guy ranked 100 and whatever in the 80 something in the... Yeah.
Yeah. He was in that good a form. It's deserted.
So what is it? In 2023, was he in just fantastic, unbelievable form? Or is it 2024, 2025, he's really out of form?
Look, it happens.
Bit of both.
It happened to Brooks
golf.
Koepka a few years ago.
It's golf. I don't know. Sometimes you just running hot and it...
Don't ask me.
Sometimes you wake up and you realize, like, that JT comment from Full Swing, and sometimes you don't know if you're ever going to get it back.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're all good. They're still playing on the tour. Like, it's just...
I mean, again, we're talking
with
about...
Taylor Gooch, I think for me, it would almost be a case of that year was so good because he was like... Same deal. He'd almost look like Rahm in the sense that he'd be starting and he'd be 30th.
You could get on...
And then all of a sudden... Remember, we'd watch and we'd go, here comes Taylor Gooch again.
But he wasn't the Bryson, like... Neiman maybe, where he gets super hot. He's just this slow burn of just like dropping birdies here and there, and then he's just climbing the leaderboard, and then all of a sudden he's in the top 10.
And it's harsh because we're talking about a guy that finished 1 under for the tournament, and like we're saying, his form's deserted him. Like it's harsh, but I wonder if it's his short game that he's not quite converting as he was, that scrambling. That he would get into positions and he'd just get himself out of it all the time. I wonder if it's just that kind of thing.
Kind of to your point before with the LIV broadcast, which I was thinking about that while I was watching. You do miss these sort of stories because they're so focused on the leaders.
Get on the app.
Yeah, I know. But I don't want to decide what I'm watching.
It's not Liv's fault. It's your fault.
No,
all the tools are there for you to use.
I think they need to be kind of showing everyone's game, good and bad. It's hard. It's easier with everyone starts on the first tee because it's staggered. But whenever it's a shotgun start, so I don't know.
But congratulations to Sergio Garcia and the Fireball.
Fantastic.
The double win.
Yep.
It was good. It was starting to look like it was coming down to the wire. I'm glad that High Flyers got on the podium at least. It was tied third, but nonetheless, I think everyone that was watching was really hoping everyone on the High Flyers was going to sink a putt when they'd show Tree Valley and they'd show Ogle Tree, and they missed. I think they both bogeyed.
And that was hard.
A 2 or 3 shot swing over a couple of holes or one hole, and then it was like, come on, and then Phil missed one that was super close. It just shaved the outside, the left edge of the hole, and I was like, come on. I think everyone was going with High Flyers. Everyone was hoping that Phil would get up, although everyone loves Sergio as well, so it was good to see him get the win.
Special shout out to a couple of guys we poked last week, Brandon Grace and Mito Pereira, both
they played
top
really
20
well.
finishes.
Mito did it.
Mito's second round, 6 under.
Was it his last round that let him down there?
+1.
Yeah.
Brandon Grace, pretty good. Even 4 under and a 3 under.
Well,
so
Stinger, he must have done all right because Stinger was second.
Yeah, they charged on the
last day.
I tell you, the charge, Ripper.
Yep.
8A charge.
Yep.
Obviously, Matt Jones did really well.
Leishman.
A couple of holes. Leishman was on fire second day, I reckon, maybe.
Yep.
And Herbie just had a great
Herbie
weekend.
Just killed it.
Yeah.
But there is
He's
one
gonna-
more in Ripper that we
Herbie-
talk about.
Herbie's going to win an event.
Yeah, he's
That's
another
only
guy.
a matter of time.
Yeah, I think he's pretty locked in.
He's one of him and Munoz. I think are just
Yeah.
in the zone at the moment.
I'm going to give you the standings going into Singapore, so after Hong Kong.
Yep.
I'll just give you the lock zone for now, and then we'll have a look at the other end. So, obviously, Sergio is top, John Rahm's second, Burmese third, Waco Neiman fourth, Moronk 5, Munoz is in sixth. So, a couple of good finishes, a T2 in the first round and then a T6 this weekend. Lucas Herbert 7, Pooj and Answer, Ortiz, McKibben, Phil Mickelson 12th,
Yep.
Paul Casey 13th. I'll just give you the last couple. Leishman and Anaban Lahiri in 15th. And we go to the other end. So, Mito's managed to drag himself out of the
That's good.
drop zone.
You just need one good weekend to get out of the drop zone, really.
But DJ's fallen in.
Yep.
Matt Jones, Massaveo, Ketrup, Gooch, and Kim.
Some big names in there. Some big names.
Quick point before we move on. Do you think Matt Jones is last year?
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, let's simmer on that one.
Yeah.
Well, before we get to the next event, because we kind of got to tie this all in, it's fantasy time.
Okay.
It's fantasy time.
Talk to me.
So what do you want to know?
I want to know those points.
Well, you're going to do the ceremonial lighting of the screen.
Yeah.
Whitey. Here we go.
That's as pink as I can get it.
The piggies.
So the
Almost looks
junkyard, yeah, that's as pink as I can get it. I reckon.
Have you got like red or something?
No, I like that. Oh, it's kind of purple.
Yeah, it's kind of purple.
Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do.
I'm happy with
The
it.
junkyard piggets
Up the piggies.
win Hong Kong. Do you want to know the points?
Yeah, well, you're going to give them to me.
All right, so we'll go from the
I was worried for a second.
We'll go from
because
the top.
I needed my captain to do well.
So the Junkyard Pigs win Hong Kong and in first place with 58 points. So in second place, it's close. Green Machine GC
Yeah, I knew them the way you said
Ram.
with 37 points.
Yeah. We're going
And
to talk about something about that in a minute.
in last place for Hong Kong, 34 points. 3 points.
Boing.
3 points. Bounce GC.
And you know what? Remember last week when I said, "Oh, is it too late for me to make this change?" And I changed my captain.
Yeah.
Good move.
Now, well,
Are we going to change? Oh, I had
did
Burmy.
change.
Oh, you had
yeah.
Burmy.
So
Fuck, that would have won you the. That would have won it for you.
let's take you through the points. So, Junkyard Pigs, Neiman with the multiplier, 14 points. Hatton, 2 points.
Yeah.
He was a bit lower this, Oosthuizen tied T20 with Hatton to get you another 2 points. And Sergio Garcia with the win gets you 40 points.
Lovely.
Chris's bounce GC. So, Bryson, 4 points.
Is that with the multiplier?
No, he didn't have them. Yeah, that's with
Yeah,
the
it's
multiplier.
with the
'cause
multiplier.
He tied 20
Oh,
as well.
he did drop down on the last day. Yeah.
Burmy,
Yep.
second place, got you 30 points. If you had
Yeah.
the multiplier, you
Would
would
have the win.
have won. But, DJ
You know.
DJ and Ben Campbell, hot donuts. Donut Kings. Zeros.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Green Machine
Goddamn
GC, the saviour once again. John Rahm with the multiplier got me 28 points. Otherwise, it was dire straits for Green Machine. Abe Answer, 7 points. Had a good last day because he looked like all 4 of them on the first day were
Yeah.
in Shitsville.
Oh yeah.
It was looking-
I thought Green Machine were buried.
I was
on
almost
the
going
first
for
day.
pants down. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like a golden duck, So 7 points for Answer. Cam Smith, 2 points.
Yeah.
And Brooks Koepka,
Zilch.
Donut King.
Can I ask you a
Krispy
question?
Kreme crew.
You can ask me many questions.
10th spot.
Hello.
What's the points for 10th spot? And does it change every week or?
No, it doesn't change. It goes by the point system that LIV use.
So what's 10th spot?
Well, why are you going to ask me now?
Oh,
I'm not
that's a
prepared,
really
Whitey.
question without notice.
Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, I think I just went past it.
Sorry, I should
Look
have.
at that. I'm quick. 10th spot,
Yeah.
10 points.
So you are guaranteed at least 20 points just by your captain.
Pretty
What?
much, yeah.
Based on the past, 17 events?
17 events. 17 of 17, 100%.
Smug.
So between 80 and 20 points off one player every week.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Remember at the start of the year I was talking about the captain shouldn't be... He's just relying on one guy.
You know
No,
what, Whitey? Whitey,
What?
pick a better captain. That's what you would say to me.
Be undeniable.
Be
Be undeniable.
Yeah. I'm using your own logic. Against you.
Chris, this could have been you.
Well, yeah. Well,
Captain-
Okay.
Consistency. He could have been you. Look at that face.
Yeah,
you could have his face right now.
Hang on. I'm going to go into bat for you here, Chris. I'm going into Bounce GC's corner here for a second. He had Neiman and Rahm.
Yeah.
You now have Neiman. At one point, you were saying Neiman and Rahm were neck and neck.
Yeah.
You could have Neiman as your captain, and he could be getting you 10 points, but he doesn't. Rahm is just a superstar. I've got the best captain. That's just the way it is.
I don't know if that's really going into bat for me.
What point
you
was
kinda
that?
lost.
It's not really going into
What
bat for
point
me
was
at
that?
all.
You had both. You don't anymore.
That point was, I'm great.
Yeah, that was
I guess so.
in no way was that in any defense of me whatsoever.
This is gloating for yourself.
Roll a little dumber having heard it.
What's that from? Oh,
Billy Madison.
Yeah, nice.
Business ethics. The thing about ethics is...
Is
In business.
all right, so they're the points. Now.
Talk to me.
okay.
So what that means is Chris has got the first move. I've got the second move. JP's got the third move.
Are we get? Let's.
Hang on.
Yeah, hold your horses,
There was
Jesus.
some talk off mic out of the room.
Yeah, I know. Before I even rocked up.
Hey, that's what GMs do. They have secret meetings. Look at Rob Palinka and Nico Harrison.
Yeah, I'm very
I've
much
been
in
having
the,
secret meetings about me.
very
Now, Chris-
much in the Nico crew.
Chris did say something, and I said you need to repeat that on mic. Now
Sometime-
you've heard of the Luka Doncic trade, right?
Yes.
In the NBA. Chris, take it away.
There are franchises in sport like the Cleveland Browns
Yeah.
that traded for Deshaun Watson. In football circles, it's like one of the worst trades of all time.
Sure.
The Mavericks traded Luka Doncic. I'm putting my trade of Rahm in that category. It's ruined the league.
Ruin the league or ruin the franchise?
The franchise was shaky to begin with.
Personally, I think it saved the league.
It ruined my friendship with you. I'm joking.
Deshaun Watson, Luka
creating
Doncic, John
I'm
Rahm.
creating a dynasty. I'm going for a three-peat.
I gave you that dynasty.
Oh, maybe.
From bad management,
However, if I can recover,
Yeah.
it's one of the greatest turnarounds of all time.
you won't recover. You're an idiot.
Anyway, with that being said, trade talk.
Trade talk. So
I'm ready to go again.
You're gonna just...
like the Browns, I never learned my lesson.
Oh, look, they told me this trade, and I'm just did not put any input. Do what you want.
No. Look, okay, Whitey, I'm going to go to you first. All right.
Okay.
So you've got Neiman, Hatton, Garcia, Oosthuizen,
Yeah,
Leishman, and Moronk are on the bench.
sure.
Is there anyone that you want to let go? You want to, we've got the untouchables, we've got the touchables. We said it last week, who are your touchables? Because I think there's an untouchable now, for sure, who was touchable last week.
Who was touchable and now untouchable?
Garcia.
Oh yeah, true that.
Oh, damn.
I love Garcia.
So
I wish I listened more when Whitey talks.
I feel like Neiman, Hatton, and Garcia
Yeah.
are your untouchables.
Who's the fourth player in that mix?
What do you mean? I just named three.
Yeah, so
Oh, Oosthuizen.
he's touchable.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Just letting you know, but it has to be for the right trade.
Gooch.
I'll flip this
He's
table.
one under.
Yeah, he came fucking what 50th
Doesn't matter.
What about Pat Reed?
Oh, don't do
for
that.
Oosthuizen.
Yeah.
Nah.
Pat Reed had a good weekend.
Okay.
Is there a three-way trade that could be done here?
I love three-way.
Yeah. Hey, talk
Could I end up with Pat Reed?
Potentially.
for what? Don't throw
do you want?
Gooch.
He'd have to give me something.
We just went on a rant about how
So you
Gooch
gotta
is out
give-
of form.
yeah, so Gooch
you
is
can't. Gooch is not in the mix.
So
DJ.
really, you got
No, we
DJ.
also had a conversation about DJ not being in form.
DJ, Ben Campbell, Peters, and Gooch for you.
We're talking
Chris.
about guys.
Peters.
We're talking about guys that are coming in 50th, but against a guy that's consistently coming in like 20th.
Peters.
That's not a bad move. If you let's just hypermathematically,
Yeah.
you get Peters,
Mm-hmm.
I get Oosthuizen,
Yeah.
and he gets Reed.
That sounds like a win-win.
Let me give you a couple of stats here. No,
It's a
hang on,
WWW.
hang on, before you shake your head,
Yeah.
right?
I'm shaking.
I think we all get. I
hang
think we
on.
all get what we want
Hang
there.
on.
No, we don't. No, we
Peters
don't.
actually ain't a bad get. Let me tell you why.
I
was looking
agree.
I was looking up some stats.
Yeah.
No, he's
Scram-
got that for me.
No, I'm just. Hey,
I like it. No,
I'm
keep going.
facilitating the trade. here.
Talk.
His scrambling, his stats are actually really good.
Yeah. Oh,
That's all I
Peters,
got,
is
Chris. That's all right.
Peters
Cool.
is fantastic. He's a great player.
All right, done deal.
Doesn't fit the junkyard pigs mold.
Definitely not. No.
Okay.
In order for me to drop, like Oosthuizen is a core part of Junkyard Pigs.
Okay, Steve, if you want to trade, look this way.
Would you entertain Brooks Koepka and Cam Smith?
Hey,
For
Hey, I'm just throwing everything out.
for what?
You tell me.
For either.
For both.
Both for what?
he's packaging.
I'm looking to move on from Brooks Koepka and Cam Smith. They are available together as a package.
Look, for that trade, you're talking about me putting up one of my untouchables, which
Not necessarily.
not necessarily. Okay, so,
Let
out
me-
of my
let me-
untouchables.
What I put to Chris was I got two players that are not consistently performing at the moment.
Yes.
But I got two players who are both major winners, both captains of their teams, marquee live players who are quite capable of winning an event,
Yep.
the next event.
Yep.
We are going into Singapore where Brooks Koepka has won Singapore. Mm-hmm. Now, Chris, I haven't forgotten you're over there. Don't stress too much here.
I'm going to steal your trade.
I got two major winners here.
Yeah.
All right. Form doesn't just disappear from these guys.
I
It
know.
comes back.
I know.
No, they're quite capable of winning. But for me, going for a three-peat, sometimes you got to make a little move. All right. I'm looking at potential future pieces because I don't know with the teams that are out there at the moment. What I've learnt from the weekend is Rahm is going to be consistent. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the rest of my guys are going to be enough to get it done. I'm looking at draft picks. I'll be transparent. I think for those two players, I would like a first round draft pick.
What he's saying is, I know I'm going to win again, and I'm not going to get the first pick, so I want one of yours.
No, I'll still get a first rounder.
First pick.
I don't necessarily want the first pick.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
Everyone wants the first pick.
there's no guarantee I get the first pick, as we saw this year.
Just a first rounder.
Just a first rounder.
So what is the trade? What is the trade you're proposing?
Well, let's have a look at your team here.
Well, should we go with the one that you proposed to me?
He's stressing now that I'm going to... hey. So you got
And give me an
Neiman...
opportunity to say done deal.
Neiman
Throwing the chum in the water.
So
He's picking up.
Neiman, Hatton, Garcia, really your untouchables.
Correct.
So there's no way that one of those in a first rounder would be on the table
For those two?
for Cam and...
No.
Okay. What about one of those in a second rounder?
Oh, hey.
No.
No, Chris, let's turn our attention back to you. Is there anything that you want to retort?
Will allow me to retort.
No.
Can't interest you in Brooks and Cam. So the deal that Green Machine had put to Bounce GC was Brooks and Cam for either Dean Burmester and a first rounder or Bryson DeChambeau and a first rounder.
I came back and said,
Now,
Dean is untouchable.
Now, the only reason I said a second rounder to him was because I would view, probably not so much Serge, that would probably still be a first rounder for me, but Hatton
Or
and
Neiman.
Neiman, I'd do for a second rounder. I'd
Not
do them.
Bryson?
Nah, that's still... He didn't win an event last year on LIV. And to be honest, he didn't look great on the weekend.
So you're proposing...
But at the same time, I'm not going to take candy from a baby here. It's Bryson DeChambeau. But in the same... I'm viewing Bryson at the same way as I'm looking at Brooks and Cam Smith. They're all major winners. But to be honest, I don't think any of them are in particularly great form. I would say that Dean Burmester is in better form than Bryson DeChambeau.
Yes.
Because he won an event last year on LIV and he finished second on the weekend.
I would agree with that. Dean Burmester is currently third in the standings.
So
he's got a T4, a T12 and a second place.
So that's my my offer.
Well, there's a thing. So I've had Cam before and he's played well with me.
Yeah.
There's a little burning kind of desire for me to have Brooks Koepka because I had him
briefly.
briefly.
Look at the hat that you're wearing. Look at the hat that I'm wearing. Maybe it's fate.
Maybe it is.
You are wearing a Ripper hat. I'm wearing a Crusher's hat.
We didn't coordinate our wardrobe. This is just the way it turned out. I'm willing to do that deal.
You're willing to do that deal?
So, Brooks Koepka,
Cam
Smith for Bryson DeChambeau and my first rounder.
Yeah. Done deal.
Done deal.
Oh, my God.
I'll tell you why I did that deal.
And I'll tell you why I did that deal.
And I was quiet before.
Yeah.
We're heading into Singapore.
Yeah.
Brooks won Singapore last year. Cam Smith finished second.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. That's actually one of the turning points.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Year. For me,
in saying that, it's a two-man race.
What do you mean?
Me and you. I think he just sunk his ship and for next season as well.
I don't think so at all.
I 100% think he did. I 100%
We've seen how well I can draft.
Hey.
Here we go.
11th of March, 2025.
What? Truly?
You've sunk your ship now for this year and for next.
Truly? No, think about it, right?
I disagree.
Who were my first two, my first rounders this year? Well, first and second round.
Yeah.
First and second pick.
Yeah.
Was Brooks and Cam.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're worthy of being a first. If the draft happened again, I would still take them with my first and second pick.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're both major winners. I was thinking about it today and I was like, okay, so what do I do to give myself still an opportunity to win? Because this is honestly my thinking. Ready? I think you're going to win this year.
Nice.
Just if Ram keeps doing what he's doing, it's a pretty unbelievable streak to hold on. But if he keeps doing what he's doing, you can. Hey, let me serve it up for you. We'll celebrate.
Crack it into the mic.
We'll celebrate the
seal the deal
with a nice.
That trade was brought to you by Pirate Life, by the way.
Oh, that's nice. A nice crack.
Nice crack. I think that you're going to probably win. So I'm setting up for the future and giving myself an opportunity by trading two. I think they're all in the same category.
I appreciate you say that, but it's all dependent on my captain picking. That's what I think.
Well, no. You got a really solid team.
Yeah, but I need the captain to get me double points.
And I think for Chris, again, it's one of those trades I was looking at. Well, it's got to be appealing to him. If I were him, I'd be like, well, I'm getting 2 stars for the price of 1 this year.
Now,
so if he wins, if he somehow clutches one, it's not so bad.
I'm just going to,
because you only get to keep 1 anyway.
I'm just going to say something.
He's in no worse position than he started this year.
On my squad right now, Brooks won Singapore, as I said. Cam Smith finished second. Taylor Gooch finished 4th last year in Singapore and won it the year before. Thomas Peters finished T5th and Dustin Johnson finished T7 in Singapore. It's the kind of course where you've got to have a little bit of you've been there before. I think I've built myself a very nice win now squad.
I hope for you have. I really do. You just got to think of form, current form. That's where my mind's at, is just who's playing well at the moment.
Admittedly, Cam is not in the greatest form.
No.
Brooks is one I feel that Brooks, at any minute he can switch it on.
I feel like Brooks is either first or
if you're not first,
40th.
you're last.
Yeah, but the weeks that he does finish. Like, again, it's you never know, right?
Yeah.
it's so hard.
At the end of the day, like we said, those two guys are major winners, 100%. They could turn it on any day of the week. They could be fantastic any day of the week. But we're talking about a point system in a season.
But for Chris, right?
Yeah.
This is, again, the way I'm looking at it from if I'm going to justify it for him, it's not a terrible trade this year because, again, none of like Bryson didn't win last year. But
Don't worry, I know.
but for Chris now, he multiplies his chances of the likelihood of Bryson winning 2 events this year. Now, I would say are more slim than Brooks and Cam winning one each.
I kind of see it as those
Plus,
guys.
he's multiplied his chances with 2 players against 1 that I'm getting this year.
I feel like the Brooks, Cam, and DJ.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Nice,
As always.
as always.
Whatever.
I've just become a feeder club to your team now.
Yeah. I reckon that the DJ, Cam, and Brooks is almost a burden to the team because of their name, you feel obliged to put them in your starting 4, even if they're not in good form.
I have to cut one, Whitey.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is something we also talked
That's
about.
hard. That's a hard, like, out of those guys.
Maybe it's
We're
not.
going to float this to you because we think this is a good idea because it kind of benefits again, probably Chris making the trade, it benefits him. So what we were thinking is, now I've obviously got 1 less player. He's got 1 more player on his roster. So currently his roster is Dean Burmester, Cam Smith, Brooks Koepka, DJ, and then he's got Ben Campbell, Peters, Gooch. I'm just presuming that would be your lineup.
Too many
by the way.
players here disqualified.
So he has to drop a player.
Yeah.
And that goes on the waiver wire.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're thinking is to make it a little bit more interesting. Let's say I finish last in Hong Kong and he drops Taylor Gooch, for example.
Singapore.
No. I'm just
Hong
saying.
Kong. Yeah,
let's say I
yeah.
did. He drops Gooch and I had the first move this week. I can't pick him up. That player is now off limits for a week.
He's got to clear waivers.
So that's the benefit of him making the trade.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
Until the next event, then, for example,
It's up
let's
for
say
grabs.
you finish last,
Yeah.
suddenly you have first pick, but the chances are then it gives him a 1 in 3 chance of potentially having another stab. Like he might finish last and then he'll be able to get that player back if he wanted to.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that?
I like that. I
Made
do
that
like
up.
that.
Good.
Nice one.
Well,
Very nice.
So, with that, you do have the first move, but you have to drop
I've
a
got to
player
waive one
that's
first.
going on the waiver wire. So, who is the player? And I'm assuming it's going to be out of... Am I assuming right?
you're
out
assuming incorrectly.
Of, I'll let you just go for it.
I am going to go with past form around this course, and this wave is going to hurt me personally, but I'm waiving Ben Campbell.
Yeah. It's a shame. BC is the man.
I love the man.
Yeah.
He's one of my boys. He's one of Chris's angels,
I hate that name.
but I'm placing him on the waiver wire.
Okay.
All right, so you've got the first move. Are you ready to make your first move? So now being mindful that you
I have to make a captaincy.
so you get a good deal here because you get to waive one, you get to make a free captain move, and then you get to make another 2 moves.
Salesman over here. Sweetening,
No, it's a fact. He gets to make the... Well,
Yeah.
we said if the captain gets traded, he gets to pick his captain.
Yeah, I gave you Brooks Koepka and he won the next week. It's all good.
Hey,
Well, I'm going to go with one of the new guys.
oh, no, Chris, just stay with Birmingham. I did so well.
No, I am going to go with Brooks Koepka. Brooks Koepka as the captain this week.
Oof.
I'm chips in on what he did last year. You look at his rounds last year, a -5, a -7, a -3. Chasing down, Moronk faded at the end, but I think he can go again.
All right. So your first move.
So Do I have to do my starting 4, don't I, really? I've got
Well, you don't have to. No, you have to make a move because your move can be moving from your starting lineup.
But who's my starting lineup at the moment?
Well, Koepka, Burmey, Cam Smith, DJ. Because you got rid of Ben Campbell out of your starting lineup.
Who's on the bench for him?
Peters and Gooch.
I'm going to drop Peters.
Really? Okay. Yep.
And I'm going to bring in Lucas Herbert.
Nice. See, there we go. That's a good move. I like that.
All right.
I like that a lot.
So I've got the next move. So my starting lineup, Green Machine starting lineup is John Rahm, captain, Bryson DeChambeau, and Abe Answer. I'm bringing this guy in, and he's going straight into my starting lineup, and that's Tom McKibben.
Yeah, nice. McKibben me.
Whitey.
Um,
The Junkyard Pigs have got your first move out of you two. Do you want a refresher?
nah.
You,
I know my team. Going to the bench. Louis Oosthuizen. Coming into the starting 4. Leishman.
ooh. Was not expecting that.
Leishman was tied second in Singapore last year.
There it is.
Also, the man that you picked up, Stephen, in Singapore last year, Bryson DeChambeau, T27.
Chris.
Calm down, Chris.
You know that Bryson's winning this, don't you?
Start,
Sorry, the second year.
just start buying stock in Bounce GC.
Oh my God, Bryson's winning and Rahm's coming second.
Now, before you make your next move,
Oh, another trade.
I got another trade for you.
Okay.
You want Pat Reed?
You want Lucas Herbert?
No. Do you want Pat Reed?
Potentially.
Would you do it for another pick?
As in, I've got to give you another pick? No. I'm not trading away all my... I'm not really the Cleveland Browns.
No, hang on.
You only have 6 spots in your team.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Hey,
Shut up.
I'm asking the question.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a GM as well. Don't do that.
No.
No Reed?
No.
Okay.
Good man.
Second move, Chris. For Bounce GC. Do you want it read back to you?
No, I'm just umming and ahhing over whether I do this or not.
I already know what you're going to do.
There? I have no idea.
I think
I was big.
if he does what I think he's going to do, this is the reason why I was offering him the trade.
Did you think I was going to drop Gooch? Is that what you think I'm going to do?
I still think you are going to drop Gooch. It's a matter of...
No, I'm not going to do that at all. No, he's staying in the 6. I'm thinking about rejigging the starting 4.
Yeah. I think I know.
He was good here last year.
I want to guess. Can I guess?
Guess, and let's open it up for discussion.
DJ out, Herbie in.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Hey.
I've just got this real faith with Dustin Johnson, though.
Yeah, like I said, this is the burden of the name.
It's the burden of the ace.
It's the burden of the name.
But they're all as good as each other, but
are.
they're proven to win.
But if you look at numbers of the season so far, you go, Herbie's in great form.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to stay loyal.
Yeah. Yeah, but...
Yep. No, it stays the way it is.
Stays the way it is? Okay.
The Ben Campbell wave is hurting my heart.
All right.
Yeah, BC.
I'm making another change.
Oh.
Pat Reed is dropped.
And he's tried to fleece me.
Hey, you tried to give me Peters before.
You tried to insult me by saying Bryson finished 27th. Okay, so that one stung.
Yeah.
And I'm bringing in David Puig.
Okay. Puig.
Pat Reed's sitting right there, and I can't do anything about it.
If I lose next week, I'll pick him up.
Yeah, I'm thinking about picking him up just to get some
Trade
chips.
Yeah. And Junkyard Pigs, second move.
You know what the move is, and I don't know if I'm going to do it or not.
What, back to Hatton? Nah.
You don't reckon?
Nah. If
Terrell Hatton finished T5 in Singapore last year.
And I feel like he's not out of form. He's still getting points, but I'm waiting for him to turn.
I just feel like Neiman is...
Yeah.
Neiman, they're both that good, though. Can't, it's just a matter of picking the right one on the right week.
Ryder Hatton this year has had a T6, a T23, and a T20. He's currently 21st in the standings.
Neiman?
Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Obviously, there'd be a T1.
Waco Neiman has a T33, a 1, and a T12 is 4th behind Dean Burmester.
Just leave it. Just leave it.
So pass?
Pass.
Pass it is.
All right, there we go.
All right,
Squads are set.
so I will... Oh, we need your emergency. So you've got Gooch and Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert E1, Gooch E2.
Herbert. Sherbert.
Sherbert.
Cam Smith
E1.
gets the vice captain. Is he this week?
Green Machines E1 is... Or David Puig.
Or David Puig.
E1 David Puig.
E1 for the Junkyard Pigots is Oosthuizen.
That hurts me that he's on the bench, man.
Yeah.
It hurts me that you dropped Reed.
Especially after he finished.
You're so disrespectful to Pat Reed.
My feeling with the Oosthuizen on the bench is as long as he's on my team, he's no one else is going to get points from him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's the way you have to
that
think
little
about it.
three-way trade before could have worked.
What's that?
Because now I don't have Peters, he doesn't have Reed, and Oosthuizen's on your bench. They could have all been playing in their new squads.
I don't want you. Both of you dropped those players, and my player is still going to probably come back in the starting four. No way.
Interesting.
It's not that's not a fair trade in the slightest.
So we have some new look teams. Let's go through them.
Very new look.
Junkyard Pigs.
So Bounce GC, Brooks Koepka captain, Dean Burmester, Cam Smith, Dustin Johnson.
That's a good 4, though.
Taylor Gooch and Lucas Herbert on the bench.
There's some dogs in that team.
There's some good names in there for sure. Some good names.
Green
a lot
Machine.
of trophies in this.
Green Machine GC, and just see if you can sense a bit of a theme here. So John Rahm captain, Bryson DeChambeau, Abe Answer, Tom McKibben, and on the bench David Puig and Carlos Ortiz.
Young.
Very young.
Hispanic.
I've gone young.
Yeah.
I've gone young.
Latino.
And the Pigots, Waco Neiman captain, Tyrrell Hatton, Sergio Garcia, Mark Leishman, and then Louis Oosthuizen and Maronk on the bench.
Let's go.
So teams are set.
It's heating up.
It's got another one of the.
Have we gone through?
To be honest, I know I've made the trade, right?
Yeah.
And you think that I'm fleecing. I'm nervous about the trade because that's two dogs, man. Like I had a good run.
Yeah, look.
Smith and Koepka. That hurts. But I'm taking it. Since the weekend, I'm like, I need to take a gamble.
Singapore was the turning point.
There comes a point in the dynasty where you have to take the gamble.
Singapore was the turning point for Cam last year.
Yeah. And he plays better on Bounce GC. I'm not going to lie.
That's true. That's true.
Plus the hats. We're wearing the hats. Had to be done.
It had to be
The
done.
hats. Well, I mean,
So with that all wrapped... Oh,
We haven't talked about...
we haven't even talked about the overall
Exactly.
standings.
I don't even know where I'm at
All
the
right.
moment.
So I go from the third place up.
Wow.
In third place, Bounce GC
Boing.
with 96 points.
Nice.
Haven't cracked the ton yet,
thanks.
but maybe you will now.
Okay.
All right. In second place, Junkyard Pigs with 144 points.
Let's go.
So a bit of a lead. And in first place, just Green Machine GC with 168 points. So you made up a bit of ground
Yeah, we got some ground.
in that last event. But, hey, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
So that's fantasy done. So
Let's talk a little bit about Singapore.
with that, let's roll into Singapore. Obviously, the man himself won it last year, as we were just talking about.
Brooksy.
Again, another one of my favourite events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot and sticky and a bit.
Remember when Rick Shields said sticky?
Yeah.
Sticky.
One thing I do want to, before we get too deep into, what we think about the tournament, how cool was this morning getting that Ironheads news?
Oh, yeah, that was fun. That was really cool.
I want that to be a regular thing. If they know with enough time that a player's not going to be playing.
So who's not playing in the Ironheads this week?
Kazuma. He's
Kazuma.
missed a lot.
Yeah.
How does that affect his
That's a
standings?
question I've been wanting to know for a long time, Chris.
Yeah. Well,
If you find out, write me an email.
Anyway, what exactly happened today? So they had 4 guys pretty much battling it out for that Ironhead spot for the weekend.
yeah. And they played like an elimination. So the way it worked was after the first 6 holes, so we'll go through the 4. So Schneiderjens was 1, Calais Samoya came back for the playoff,
Yeah.
Wade Ormsby and John Catlin.
Yeah.
Catlin, nice.
Yeah.
And they start with all 4 players. After the first 6 holes, the highest score gets eliminated, which was Samoya,
Oh, bugger.
was the first one out this
Would
morning.
have been good to see him back.
Yeah. And then after the 12th hole, the next player gets eliminated, which was Schneiderjans today. So that left Wade Ormsby and John Catlin to go head-to-head towards to 18. And John Catlin got the win today, so he'll be playing
nice.
for
I'm happy for him.
Ironheads
Yeah.
this week.
How John Catlin is not on a live team this year,
Yeah.
Bit of a bummer, eh?
or just playing as an individual is just
But it's
bonkers
like-
to me.
Like Range Goats went with
Bananas.
Ben Campbell.
Bananas.
It's like I feel like you could have gone with either one,
True.
Campbell and Catlin.
Yeah.
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 They were very close throughout the
Yeah,
season
they were.
last year.
Ben
Yeah.
Campbell, I feel like he fits the goat.
He does.
He does.
He's
he
a
does.
goat.
Yeah. He
So
is
that's cool.
the goat.
He's a goat. He's the goat.
Rick Shields kind of hosted that today.
That's cool.
That
Was it televised at all?
I think it was just on socials.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see that as a regular thing, like on you. It's
absolutely.
more content. It's more golf. It's like a little
Yeah.
mini tournament.
It's, well, I guess when Rick was saying it about the more that they can showcase these teams
Yeah.
and these players, the better. And that's the shit that people want to see.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that you can't normally get access to, or the kind of niche stuff that that people go, oh, yeah, I give a shit about that specifically.
Yeah.
How do the reserves come into it? Like,
Yeah.
it's all
I feel like that's going to be a
a
good thing for Ironheads. That'll get more eyeballs on them.
Definitely.
Yeah, I remember we had Ben Campbell on, and he said like their captains put in their kind of 3-2-1s as to who they want and whatever, and that's how they used to do it. That's way better.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Get a guy that's probably
Gets
that has
them,
a bit of confidence too.
gets them playing.
Yeah.
It's a bit
But
of
you're playing the
competition.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fired up. It's awesome.
Yeah,
So I
like
think
it.
Catlin finished. I think it was 2 under, and I think Wade Ormsby was 3 over in the end.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I
right.
think it was something like that. It was
Catlin's the
So
man.
is that on social media?
I think it was on the
I
Ironheads.
think it was on Ironheads.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah.
I
Having
think I
Watch
could be wrong,
that.
but
sneak peek.
yeah, check that out.
Maybe heat up some popcorn in the microwave, you know what I mean?
Nice.
I don't have any. So
Okay.
if you have any, that'd be
No,
great.
got something
But
to
very
go.
cool. Very cool to see John Catlin back this week as well.
Definitely.
So, what do you reckon? We do tips? Singapore. We obviously know the course. We've seen it. We've seen Godzilla on the
Godzilla.
course, crawling around. What a course!
Yeah.
Beautiful views.
This is a bucket
It's a
list
bit-
one for me.
It's a bit sticky.
Oh yeah.
This is another one that is going to be your ball striking, your accuracy is going to be very important.
Yep.
The rough's kind of no joke here as well. Trees. Not really a long driver's one.
Ah, you McKibbin me? Oh, wait, it's on my team.
But again, iron play, scrambling, putting is going to be important.
Yeah. The question.
Just quickly back to fantasy. I'm really excited by the youth.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
I'm jazzed.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel nice.
I appreciate that.
Sorry, go back to...
My question that I ask every week, what time is it televised in Adelaide?
It's very similar again, so I think it's going to be around about the
question.
1...
I think that's a great question, Whitey.
about the 1:30, 2 o'clock kind of mark again.
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
Strap in. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So again, as I said last week, take Friday off work, go play 18 in the morning, come home and watch this on Friday afternoon.
No more. There's no more needed. I'll definitely do that.
100%.
Tips?
Tips. Why do you can kick this off? Actually, can we go back to last week's tips? Did any of us get close?
So none of us said Sergio, and none of us said Fireballs. So
No.
No.
I had Neiman and Ripper.
And I had Brooks and Legion.
And I had Majestics
Dead
and... Who else? Who did I have as my
I
individual?
can't remember, actually.
Nah. Didn't feature. Can't remember. I had Anthony Kim in the points too, got that one wrong.
Yeah. That was tough.
Chris's tips are cold tips.
Yeah, cold tips. Well, let's go this week.
All right.
Come on, Whitey. Give them to me.
Individual. Burmy.
Burmy. Okay.
I feel like he's...
Rub that in.
I feel like he's tracking. And, yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Team?
Let's go with Stinger as well.
Stinger.
Stinger.
Stinger
GC. The old Stinger.
Ron Chopper.
I think I've been watching too much Ron Chopper.
Yeah.
They're one of those teams I feel like, especially on the last day, they come together. They're like that Ripper team. I feel like they really gel well as a team. So yeah, I'm going the Stings.
Okay.
And meh.
I'm going to go Bryson DeChambeau for the win.
Of course he will. And that's 100% happening.
What about your team?
I'm going to go Fireballs for 3 in a row.
I like that.
Yep.
Let's go the Fireballs.
Yep.
Fire up.
I'm going to go Ripper for the team. And I'm going Adrian Maronk for the individual.
Who'd you say is your team?
Ripper.
Yeah, right. Just quickly, where did Abe Answer finish last year in Singapore?
In Singapore.
Was it really bad?
T10.
Oh, okay, it's not
Not
bad.
too bad.
Phew.
It's not too bad.
Thank God. Could have been a rough ride, you know.
Well, that's Singapore.
So what do you say? Burmy, Stinger,
Stingies.
Bryson and Fireballs, and
Maronk and Ripper. I think Maronk is not going to melt down like he did last year.
Yeah.
yeah, if he plays like he did in Riyadh, you're in
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah.
Well, if he
think
plays like he
he's-
did last year, just minus the final round, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think from last year. So what are we then? That'd be, is that our 4th event?
Yeah, it's going to be our 4th event.
Here's our 4th event.
Far out. Go
Yeah, I
quick,
know.
eh?
It's
And then we're
scary.
off to Miami.
That's a couple of weeks away, though, isn't
Couple
it?
of weeks away.
Nice.
What a person to get before that course, eh? Bryson, big course, Blue Monster,
Oh, he's done me here.
loves that course.
Seesaw.
To be honest, that's one of the reasons why I wanted Bryson. I was like, I know Trump Durrell's coming up, and I feel like he's going to play that well.
No, Brooks plays that all right.
There we go. Does he?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm good with having Brooks.
Let's just quickly, because we're at that point, let's just touch
Yeah,
Just
we're
touch.
kind of running over time here.
on the golf. So,
our golf.
our golf, really quickly.
Real touch.
Yeah.
You want to take it away?
Yeah, I played twice this week.
Yes. Nice.
Well
There
done,
we go.
Chris. There's the applause.
Little.
There you go. Thank you. That wasn't running water. That was, that was an applause.
Self-congratulatory. No, I played a little par 3 by myself, just up the road. And then I got it wrong last week. I said I was playing Aston Hills. Played Thaxted. Good fun.
Down the road
Those
from my house.
Greens are so quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that. That they are quick at the moment.
And it was very hot yesterday, so it was like around the 30, was it 37?
Did you
38?
walk it?
No, we got a cart. I was going to walk it because I didn't book a cart.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Would have been terrible if you walked it.
Not bad. Like, I'm score bad, but like shots were okay.
Enjoyable.
more consistent.
That's good.
A little bit still inconsistent off the tee, but irons are good. They feel nice. Short game kind of abandoned me a little bit. But no, it all feels good. I've shortened my swing, slowed things down a little bit.
I told him to be like Rahm, short backswing.
Yeah, short backswing.
Nice.
It's helping.
Cool.
It's got the same problem as me. Gets way too far back.
Yeah. The John Daly.
It's like an idiot. You know?
I felt like I kind of like looked at it the way I was swinging, and it was a little bit too baseball.
Baseball. Hitting it out of the park, Chris. Well
And I
done.
wasn't.
So, got another round lined up this weekend?
No, but I will play again this week. I might
Yeah.
even take my own advice and take Friday off and play
You're
a
a
little
dirty girl, aren't you?
AM tea time. And
Are you two going to link up on a little date?
oh yeah, a little
Yeah, possibly.
driving range
Yeah,
day.
yeah. I'll send you a text tomorrow.
Yeah,
Maybe
sweet.
Maybe a
Slide
dick
it-
pic.
slide into my
See what
DMs.
happens, you know?
So, not in the group chat that we have. You're just going to set up a little private session?
Yeah.
Cool. Whitey's wank bank.
Yeah. Hey. Film it.
Yeah, we'll do.
Make some money.
OnlyFans.
Whitey, tell us about your golf.
I didn't have a great round last week. I felt like I started well. The first
Is this
9.
our round?
Yeah, our round.
Okay.
That's the only golf I've played really.
Rookie. No.
I started well. You know, scoring on every hole. Stableford, 16 points the first 9, and then the
Wipe the next 3.
next 3 wiped. I did the most embarrassing thing ever. So, yeah, we did. So I,
You idiot.
yeah, you absolute idiot. On a par 3, bad tee shot, whatever. I think I chunked my chip, then I chipped.
Fired it in my head.
Yeah. And then I chipped on. It was one of those I just putted like 10 times. I was just like, fuck this. So I picked up and I went to throw it, right? I went to throw it.
Oh.
It somehow stuck on my hand until here. So I threw it straight down. I almost hit Steve. It was so it looked like a fucking left-handed throw. It was so fucking gumpy. Everyone had a good laugh at my expense. It was great. And I was pretty pissed off. And then
Fresh divot in the green from the ball.
oh my God. And then everyone was laughing. It was great. I kind of shuffled away. No one saw this part. I tried to pick up the ball. I missed it twice. And then I finally, with rage in my heart, gracefully threw it into the woods. So that kind of summed up my round.
The funniest thing. When you accidentally, you put it perfectly, a left-handed throw, when you accidentally hold onto the ball a little bit too long.
Yeah, it was like...
Why he tried to fucking
I tried to launch the motherfucker.
He tried to shot put this thing into
Yeah.
the woods, and it came so close to me, and it just
straight down. It was so Gumby.
Oh, that was...
And that was kind of just my round,
I
really.
was explaining that to Acacia afterwards, and it took me legitimately like 10 minutes to get that story.
Just laughing.
I was laughing so hard.
If that was on camera, I would have, that would have been very
It's one of those
embarrassing.
things that I wish so much that was on camera. Because reliving it in my head was
Goddamn,
just
yeah.
good time.
But yeah, that kind of summed it up. The frustrating thing for me was my chipping and putting was the best part of my game, but it also was the biggest blunders. 80% of my chipping and putting for Saturday was fantastic. I was psyched on, and then a 4-putt. I was chunking shots and not getting it to the it was just shit like that. So pretty frustrating round, but whatever. We soldier on. That's about it.
That was funny.
It was. I was.
That was so funny.
Because I scrubbed the first hole. The 10th hole. The next hole, I played it well, but the wind just took my ball into OB.
We played with Bondi and Robbie.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a different group, but and just all three of us knew you were going through it.
Yeah,
yeah. And usually Bondi's pretty positive and that.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't usually laugh, but when he was laughing, fucking laughing, and just we were all we knew you were going through it, but we couldn't.
There's nothing worse than being angry and then looking like a fucking jackass.
Yeah.
But the good thing about that turns it. That does turn it, because then it's like, oh, you're a fucking idiot.
What was
whatever.
the one you said you almost broke your putter?
I think
that was early on, wasn't it?
No. Oh, mate, it was. I had a birdie putt, and
Same round.
Yeah, I had a birdie putt and I 4-putted, and it was a
I had a couple of those.
It was a good. It was a like a.
Was that on the 12th hole?
No,
the par 3?
14th.
14th.
So the next par 3.
Oh, yeah.
I had a birdie putt and I 4-putted, and the thing is, my first putt was good. I just gave it a bit too much, and then I just fucked the hole up. I was so angry. I almost broke my putter.
I had this on the weekend, like, because Thaxted's got some pretty gettable, like, par 4s, like shorter kind of distances, and if you drive it well and you approach well, you've got a good look at birdie.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of these, and it was my putting. So those greens just killed me.
Yeah.
I said I hadn't heard that recently about Thaxted.
How'd your rounds go?
Yeah, I played Saturday with you guys. Nothing special. Although, like, I've been hitting the irons terribly. I'd started to hit some good shots in there. But again, nothing awesome. My whole thing at the moment has been, which I think I did, because like Sticky said, how'd you go? I said, no, not great. And then he said, what'd you do? So we're going through each hole. What did you putt? And he goes, Jesus Christ, I think you set the record for the most putts by anyone in a round. And I'm like, yeah.
Surely not.
What's...
He's played with me.
Yeah. No, I feel like I'm attacking the hole, like, and I've got the line sussed. It's just speed. So it rolls.
Yeah.
It rolls over the hole. And I feel like it's enough where it's almost like it should drop.
Yeah.
But then it just keeps rolling out past the hole and then gives me like a, 5-footer, 6-footer, where it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So then I miss that and then I tap it in for 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And that just seems to have happened for me for the last sort of 3 rounds. So I think my putting has been good, but the numbers don't
reflect. Bit too aggressive.
Maybe a bit too much. But I've got the line, everything. I've just got to get the speed right.
For me, like with putting, if I go with the hoop around the hole,
like lagging it up,
like no matter what, just not worrying about the hole, just thinking about a big hoop around the hole, get it into that area. That's when I'm putting well.
See, I probably should do that more, but I'm so focused. I'm like, no, if I don't believe I'm going to make, like, I'm going for the hole. Like,
you can if you believe it.
Yeah, I'm going for the hole. Like, and to be fair, I'm getting close. It's just the speed slightly off, so I can get the speed right. Whatever. To be fair though, we teed off a little bit later than what we usually do. So
it was a hot day.
Morning dew had gone.
God damn.
The greens weren't as furry or anything, so like they were rolling like a lot quicker than what we have been used to the last few weeks.
Yeah.
But nothing really special on that round, I don't think, for me. I played Monday. Again, nothing really great. It's kind of just... I started really well. I was going pretty well at the start. Again, same deal with the putter. Nothing really great. Probably until I get to the 12th hole, which I usually... pull left or whatever, but actually made birdie, so that was good.
Yeah.
That was a nice little moment, but the rest of it was, again, pretty crappy. I just got to try and figure out these irons again.
Yeah.
And my chipping, like, I don't know, I just make all these stupid mistakes, and it's bumming me out because it's happening for a few weeks. I know it's going to come around again.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's getting me a bit pissy at the moment. But legitimately, the last hole of the day, on a par 4, I made an 11.
Yeah.
I legitimately forgot how to play golf.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd hurt my back earlier in the round, but like Sticky said, and I agree with him, you tend to forget the sore back when you start hitting good shots. It's only when you're hitting bad ones that you can kind of blame it. But on the last hole, I hit probably, 100 metres behind the ball and took a massive divot and then skied the drive.
Yeah.
I've said legitimately about 3 or 4 times. I airballed it just swing.
Yeah.
Right? I was about a metre away from the ball. I wasn't even in the same postcode. It was ridiculous. Missed the ball with a 3-wood. blade my back. Then
Nice.
then skied another one, and then shanked, and then a shank, and then bladed over the green in the bunker, shanked it out of the bunker, back onto the fairway.
Yeah.
It was just a nightmare. And I was like, that is the most depressing way to finish a round of golf.
And the thing is, like, I mean, every second golf meme is this, you know, you shoot a 120, but you birdie the 18th. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true, though. Like, you play the last hole well. That's the vibe you have leaving the golf course. You know, you have a short memory kind of thing. I don't remember every shot I made. So it's kind of the last hole, the last couple of holes, however you played those, is the vibe of your round. So,
Okay. Sorry.
Talk to me.
What would you rather?
okay.
Oh, it's back.
Oh, shit.
It's back. Would you rather play a good round and blow out the last hole, or have a shit round and birdie the last hole?
How big of a blowout and how
Okay, let's
shit round?
let's say you still score.
You score the same.
You score the same, but
Wow.
let's say you have a 12 or something on a par 4 on your last hole,
Yeah.
or you birdie, so you
Yeah.
get 2, or sorry, 3 on a par 4.
But you get the same score.
Same score. So
think
you've
you gotta
either
go
been
with a
hitting
good
the ball
finish.
well
Yeah, you
for
go with a good finish.
17 holes,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you've been hitting it like donkey,
Yeah.
and then you finish one.
So it's more you consistently played well for 17 holes, you blow it out the end, or you had a pretty shitty round and then you birdie the last.
I think you go with a good
But
finish.
the fact that you finish the same score, the round is not that different.
Nah.
So I'm definitely taking the birdie at the
Yeah.
end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
I'm going
love
the
it.
other way.
No, I love a
The
good
blowout at
finish.
the end.
Because we've spoken about it before, the score or how you've been hitting them. So I'm kind of reverting back to that and say you've been hitting them well for 17.
Haven't been hitting it well in the last hole.
Yeah, but you might have. Hang on.
But we don't know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I get you here on a technicality, you could birdie every single hole up until that point. You might just end up with the same score. It might still be a really good score.
What, you
We
got
just said you end up on the same.
you got a 30 on a par 4?
Anyway.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I reckon. And the thing for me is, it's always the other way around. I start well. I always start the first 9 well and then end badly.
Fatigue.
Old, I'm shit. You know, the trifecta.
Anyway, that's golf done. That's our golf done. It's not golf done. Golf will continue.
Yes.
So, look forward to Singapore this weekend.
Yes.
Hopefully we all get out and play again
Yes.
this weekend. Anything
Housekeeping.
else yeah.
Housekeeping.
Give it to me.
Housekeeping.
Go, Chris.
Big Swing Golf Mile End.
Love them.
Hole-in-one challenge.
Oof. Okay.
First weekend in May. Looks like we're
You're locked in.
looking at that date.
It is locked in.
2nd and 3rd of May.
Beautiful.
It's been put off, but it is going to happen. We're going to raise some money for Lifeline.
So the people that don't know, explain exactly what's happening.
So I made an outlandish statement saying that I think getting a hole-in-one in 24 hours of golf is doable.
Yes.
That sounds even more ridiculous. Second time.
Doesn't get any better.
So you're going to do two
12-hour
shifts.
sessions
Yeah.
at Big Swing Golf.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
And I'm sure we'll do something video-wise.
Yep.
We'll do something, but yeah. And we're raising money for
Lifeline.
Thank you very much.
Yep. So we'll have all the details up on social media in due course.
You're really coaching him through that last
He is,
bit,
isn't
weren't
he?
Thank you. Are you signing up for that as well, Steve?
Oh, hey, I might hit a couple of shots. You never know.
You're not signing up for the 24-hour though?
Might come in for a cameo appearance. You never know.
Yeah, I'll come
Really
in for 5
annoy
minutes.
me
And
if someone did a cameo and got it.
that's a reality that might happen.
Yeah.
You got to come to
I'm
terms
going
with
to have
that.
to come to terms with that.
This is true.
What else was I going to say? Housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Probably us on YouTube.
Yes. Please jump on the channel, like, share, subscribe.
Got a couple of, just because the YouTube channel's just sort of
In its
come out.
infancy.
Yes.
Like, share, subscribe, hit the like button,
We'll be
It's like
doing,
follow it up,
it's
hit
like
the
an-
little bell.
Upwards funnel.
we'll be doing
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
more in the coming weeks, months.
Sure.
All right, let's wrap it up. I'm going to bed. thank you, and that's all we've got.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next week.
Bye.
See ya.